Ooh, this is Helios here, bringing you another underground radio broadcast from the Heliosblog. Today, these modern women think there are no double standards. Let's get into it.
The reason she's alone is because she's difficult.
Women are not accepting the bare minimum.
Women fuck men they respect.
All the women who say things like, I'm strong, independent, I don't need no man, like, y'all impress me.
Women just gaslight each other and say what they want to hear.
Cook.
Because she's
Just asking. It's a genuine
because she's
thing.
seeking out the relationship. It's a transactional relationship. It's not a man going after a woman based on inexperience.
And he's seeking out a relationship too, and maybe he wants a woman who's younger, who's had number one less bodies, because let's keep it real. The older a woman gets, the more bodies she's had.
And what problem is that?
Ah, yes. There's absolutely no problem with a high end count. Yes, where have we heard that before? Again. So, here's the double standard, okay? If a guy has high end count, he's a stud. If a girl has high end count, she's a garden tool. Why is that a double standard? Well, because bedroom fun for women is easy and for men it's hard. So of course, it would be considered an achievement, an accomplishment for a man to have a high body count. Whereas for a girl, it's not an accomplishment. Any girl can do that in 3 months. She just has to not say no.
Purity is valued.
So do you think that man has to be pure as well?
Every single religion.
No, because men and women are different.
No, because men and women are different, and men have to work really hard to get sex.
Yup.
Women are.
Oh my god.
This girl actually knows. Yeah, and then that girl's like fake outrage. Oh my goodness. Wow. You know, you're so evil. You're not part of our group. The group that believes that men and women are exactly the same and gender is a social construct. Yeah.
Men do not have to work
men to have a high body count.
Yeah. These girls say men don't have to work hard to get bedroom fun. These girls have no idea that the bottom, 95.5% of men are invisible. That girl goes on Tinder, she finds a Chad, and she's like, oh, this guy has no problem getting bedroom fun. Meanwhile, she's rejected like more than 95% of men. But it's easy for men.
They need to work on themselves. They need to work really hard on themselves in order to attract a high number of women. That is for women, an average-looking woman, an ugly woman, in fact, would walk out of here and go get fucked.
No, that is not true.
Absolutely true.
That's not true.
Simmer down because I can barely even hear my.
Wow. Yeah, because these girls think they're on the right side. They're very, very rude. You see that? This is why you need to always maintain leverage and power. Because if the girl thinks that she's got it, look at that behavior.
You are simply wrong.
Would you say?
How are we wrong? Because
No.
Why, okay, you said that
men.
We need to.
Men. It's harder for men to get sex after
Yes,
you.
correct.
That is absolutely not.
Absolutely true.
Explain.
100% true.
Because I've seen
100%
this.
true.
I've seen this, and I've
Yeah, okay, why is it not true? Because I've seen this. Anecdotal. You cannot use your personal experience to generalize the population. That's a logical fallacy. Alright, now it's time for the shilling. Hit the like, hit the sub, hit all for notifications. Drop me a donation like Hunter M, Adrian R, Tom M, and Bobby. Shoutouts to you, most recent Patreon subscriber. Thank you. Buy my books at bit.ly/heliosbooks. Shoutouts to Curry Kid, most recent purchaser of Strategist Guide to Seduction. Thank you. My Patreon can be found at patreon.com/theheliosblog. Now, drop me a donate. If you want to support me on the podcast, click the description link, scroll down to support the show, and share this video. Alright, cool. Let's continue.
seen this with my friends. I've seen this in real life.
Oh, yeah?
I've seen this.
Yeah, I have seen it. Anecdotal evidence, which cannot be generalized to the population.
In real life. Like, I have a friend.
Yeah, exactly. I have a friend who's a guy who sleeps around and gets lots of girls. I have one exception to the rule, therefore the rule doesn't apply. Yeah, okay.
Who hasn't had sex in the longest time since her and her boyfriend broke up. Her ex had been fucking girls left to right and left to right and left to right, and she is a beautiful, stunning girl.
Women have high standards. Men will fuck anything.
Oh,
Most
no,
women have very high prerequisites when it comes to men they're gonna fuck.
I love.
Okay, so this girl has clearly never heard of the concept of the amalgam before, the girl that just said that. So here's how the amalgam works, okay? Girl sleeps with a guy. The next guy she sleeps with has to beat the best quality of that guy and have something else going for him. So for example, she sleeps with, let's say, a programmer, okay? Now the next guy has to be a programmer and he has to have something else. Maybe he has to be taller than the last guy. Okay. Now she breaks up with that guy. Now the third guy has to be a programmer or better, has to be taller than that last guy or better, and has to have something else as well. So can you see how as the end count goes up, it becomes harder and harder and harder for the girl to actually find a guy that will beat all the previous guys. So the girl is likely to end up alone, miserable, and with nothing. She ends up with cats and box wine because all she's good for is being a pet owner, you see? Eventually.
Men will fuck anybody.
Girl.
Yo, air that. Thank you.
So
keep
is
going,
it
keep going.
No,
I want to
can
know what you
say
have to say. Go.
something? Okay, I would say that I agree with some of the things that you're saying. There's like a saying, what is it? Like women have control over the sex, men have control over something else. I don't know what the other half of
The relationship.
that is. But it's because we hold the power because we're
We're the
ones-
gatekeepers.
Yeah, that's like the,
But
the
I
age-old
disagree-
saying.
would you
say
I
that
disagree with
younger
that.
women seeking older men with money is financial abuse?
He's on a sugar daddy dating site. If that's the case, how is that abuse if he's voluntarily?
Some men are into that. Some men are into.
No.
Oi!
Outside
Oi!
of the pay.
Why is everybody talking? I can't hear anything.
Wait, guys, hide that. Hide the
Choose
bent
older
foot.
men. Younger women are desired for her fertility, purity, and pleasantness. Predators are cougar milfs chasing younger men.
Oh my
Okay, the hypocrisy is unreal. Shaming older men for dating younger women. When younger women choose older men, younger women are desired for her fertility, purity, pleasantness, and that we heard the rest.
At that age, when an old man is trying to pursue an 18-year-old, his sperm is no longer swimming.
No.
I'm
That's actually untrue. Because men produce so much, relatively speaking, he still has viable gametes, so he's able to reproduce still, even at an older age. It's not the same with women. Women basically past the age of 37, their fertility drops sharply. But think about this. This is why I make the case for women marrying younger. The idea is this. As you get older, first of all, your attractiveness drops off. Also, your standards get higher because as the end count goes up, your standards get higher. And it takes a long time to actually get into a marriage with a man, right? You gotta date the guy, you gotta learn about each other, you gotta live together, you gotta have the marriage, you gotta, all of this takes time, which women that are 32, 33 don't have. So then they start to rush these relationships, which obviously doesn't work. And there you go, modern misery.
How do you think your OnlyFans subscribers are, honey?
Literally,
I don't
lonely
have
men.
anything to do with
Probably
a
that
personal
has
relationship.
They don't call it lonely F for nothing.
Sexualizing. If you're okay with old men, 50-year-olds, 60-year-olds jacking off to your fucking pictures, then what problem do you have? Are you telling me? Are you serious? You don't see that being a double standard in any way?
Oh, girl, I can't even fucking talk because you're literally screaming and fucking being so rude right now.
Go on then.
Right. She's being rude. Okay. Yeah, it's totally not both of them being rude. All right.
No, I'm like getting pissed off because you can't, like, anytime I try talking, you just interrupt.
That was the only time. That was the only time this whole show. But if you want, you can go ahead.
Meanwhile, the podcast host is just eating popcorn. That's hilarious.
Now, be quiet.
You're just screaming, you're fucking throwing hand signals, you're gonna hit somebody, bitch.
I think
Yeah, okay. Totally not rude. Totally not belligerent. Yep, that's exactly the girl that every man wants.
Don't need to call you bitch.
we
but-
should be able to have conversations without yelling at over each
Yeah,
other.
like stop
Also,
yelling.
you're,
Like
like,
it's making me want to yell, and I've been super calm this entire
Luffy,
time.
you're-
Like,
No, you really haven't. If you think that's calm, there's something wrong with you. But okay. All right. Let's continue here.
5 coming out soon. Luffy Gear 5 coming out
Sick.
soon. One Piece
Boxing
August.
match.
Honestly, I mean, when you're sitting there saying like men or women indifferent, men like need a pure woman, blah blah blah, that's insane.
Yeah, exactly. It's insane. Men's standards, insane. Women's standards, you go queen. Of course.
perpetuate that idea. That's insane.
That's
the men
need to be like every single culture.
You
are talking about.
I think it's. Oh, you're acting like my mom, bro.
Wait.
Okay.
Yeah. Wait. Did she just say you're acting like my mom? Good. Finally, a girl in the modern generation actually understands what the older generation understood as a matter of fact. That's the difference. These girls don't understand that what used to be commonplace knowledge is now a psyop, right? It's like, what I mean is, there is an active effort being put in to brainwash these girls into breaking their relationships or not even forming them. And the effort that's being put in order for them to do this is being put in such that they do what? Such that they don't get into marriages, they don't get into family units, they don't have children. And what do they do instead? They buy. Congratulations! You're going to be a taxed purchaser sheep for the rest of your life. Wonderful! And you'll be so happy past 37 when you realize you can't have children. So happy.
I think it's perfectly.
Hold on, let me just clarify here. Let me just go. Hold on. Wait, just to clarify, you just stated you think it's insane to perpetuate purity? What?
No, I think it's insane to perpetuate the idea that men should expect a pure woman while a woman can't expect a pure man because they're a
Nope, that's how it has always been. For all of human history, except for the last little blip, that has been the standard. Only now in 2023 and for since the advent of the birth control pill, have these crazy, absurd standards appeared.
That's not what she said.
No, I think
rules for thee and not for me.
It's perfectly.
And I actually want to answer her question because I didn't get to finish it.
One thing. Do you let's remove the double standard, right? Do you object to men not demanding, but wanting purity?
I do if they're not pure themselves.
No, I think not wanting someone. I think not wanting someone with a high
Hold on,
body
let me
count is
read this.
perfectly within
Bangs, you're
reason.
right. Getting sex as a man is easy so long as I have 300 for the hour.
Oh,
that's funny.
300 for the hour, I feel like is very cheap.
Yeah, that's
very cheap. If I was gonna sell myself, it would be way more.
Anyways,
Oh my lord. Yeah, no man wants to be with a girl that sold herself for $300 to whatever man wanted it.
I feel like wanting a woman with a low body count is perfectly within reason. I feel like
why if the man doesn't?
Yeah. I mean,
because men and women are different. You are hypergamous. You desire a man who's better than you in every single conceivable way. Taller, stronger, fitter, faster, more friends, more charisma, more money, everything, better job, everything better than you. You desire a man that's better than you in everything. But if he's better than you, he's better than lots of other women too. And let's say 99.9% of women are hypergamous. So, as a result, if you trigger the attraction, if your attraction is triggered from this man, your attraction is triggered by this man for many women. And so, what does that imply? It implies he's attracted to a wide variety of girls. And so, those with power use that power. And here's the irony. Women actually find men attractive who are able to have multiple options. Because women want to be with the man that other men want to be and other women want to be with. It's called social proof. That's why when a man has a wedding ring on his finger, other women see him as more attractive. Why? Because he has a girl. Which means there's a reason why he has a girl. Which means there's a reason for her to be with him. Men are not like this.
I personally would want a man with a low body count as well.
Good for you.
I don't want somebody. I think men value
what about gigolos?
Having the woman,
That's an extremely rare thing.
I think they want the woman to be theirs, and if the woman...
It's like saying, okay, you're in the desert, all right? In the desert, out of the year, 365 days, 360 are sunny and hot, and 5 are rainy. Therefore, the desert is rainy. That's the conclusion that girl is trying to make when she says, what about gigolos? That is the comparative difference between women having success as the ladies of the night, and men.
Women's been like with Joe, Sam.
Okay, so then, but
et cetera, et cetera. I think he's perfectly within his right to
But
set
this
the
comes-
boundary of not wanting to be with her.
Yep.
This comes
Because
down to like
having a high body count might reflect some certain things on the woman,
Yep.
like her attitude, possible mental
So
illness.
it
That doesn't
Yep.
reflect it on a man.
No, I never
Nope.
said that. I never said that. I think
Damn,
it's not
Very
different
different.
at all. It is
It is different.
not different at
100%
all.
different. Very
It's
different.
literally
Very different.
not.
Very
Are
different
you
thing.
able to
Very
speak
different. I'd
without
say it's very
yelling?
different.
Are
Just
you
saying.
able to speak without yelling? Are you able to speak without yelling?
she
Are you
clearly
able
can.
to speak without yelling? Are you able?
Oh my lord. Okay. Why is it different? It's different because it is hard for a man to get bedroom fun. Why is it hard for a man to get bedroom fun? It's hard for a man because in order for a man to get bedroom fun, he has to build himself to a certain level. You're not just born as a guy and bam, you can have bedroom fun like women. No. You don't just hit the age of 16 and bam, suddenly every guy wants to sleep with you or every girl wants to sleep with you. It's not the same. Men earn that. And if a man is able to earn bedroom fun with 10, 20, 30, 50 girls, obviously he's going to be like, the reason why he is able to do that is because he provides some sort of value to girls, which other girls then find attractive. So it's just ridiculous. Like, and girls with low end counts are a bad, with high end counts are a bad bet for paternity. So why would a man be with them?
I got heated
without
at one
doing
point
this.
in this whole conversation.
You've been
and I
screaming
realized
for
that
5
I've
yelling.
been speaking
You've
over you
been
the whole
yelling.
time. That
Yeah, let's move the goalposts. Let's talk about things other than the conversation. Let's talk about the tone of the conversation. Let's talk about how we speak the words. Let's not talk about the information here.
Yelling
I
and
think
interrupting
it was
people.
one over-
Wait, guys, one mic. Hold
That's
on.
crazy.
One microphone at a time, please.
Can
You
I
go
say
ahead. Okay, go ahead.
I would just like to say, if somebody is requesting a certain standard from their partner, they have to at least present that themselves.
Nope.
Like,
Disagree.
Don't
But
be a hypocrite.
No. That's like saying for a man to be in a relationship with a woman, they need to have equal incomes, right? Because if she doesn't have the same job as him, then she's not good enough or on the same level. Like, no, men aren't like that. Men and women are different. They value different things. Women value money, status, looks. Men value fit, feminine, cooperative, submissive, bedroom fun, loyal, no children before the relationship with another man. Like,
Let me touch on that and then okay. But basically you're saying, well, if a guy wants a woman who has a low body count, for example, he too should have a low body count, and it's hypocritical for a guy with, say, a high body count to prefer or be attracted to or want to date a woman with a low body count. Is that fair to is that your position?
I wouldn't say attracted to, but want. Yeah, you should
Okay,
hold yourself to
let me
the
ask you
same
a question.
standard.
But do you think that we, in order for us to desire a trait or something in a partner, we too must also possess said trait?
for example, for a girl to want a man with a big rocket, she too needs to have a big rocket. You see how it's utterly ridiculous garbage logic? Anyone with two brain cells to rub together can see that men and women are dimorphic. That means they look different. And their brains are also different. So it stands to reason that as a result of this, they will probably also desire different things. Therefore, there is a double standard. It means two standards. That means it's possible for one person to do the exact same action, be a different gender, and be treated differently for it. For example, if a woman wears heels and she's physically fit, then men will look at her and be like, wow, I like how that makes her butt look. If a man is physically fit and he wears heels, then girls will look at him and say, wow, that's a man that's probably interested in other men. Because there's a double standard.
I mean, if you're thinking about
That's not a
physicality,
trait.
absolutely not. That's not a trait.
Well, no, but that's what I'm saying. For example, a lot of women want men who are tall, yet they are not tall themselves.
Again, that's a
my God.
physical thing that has
Yeah.
nothing to do with
Yes, it does.
some sort of moral compass and
We'll talk.
standard.
Yeah, we
If
can.
you
I can.
think that
Okay.
women mature faster than men, then by that logic, an 18-year-old female would be an adult as soon as she turned 18.
Thank you, Bender the offender. If you think that women mature faster than men,
I think it's
an 18-year-old female would be an adult as soon. Wait, aren't you?
So basically, what they're saying is this double standard with these girls. They say 18-year-olds are children, but they say that women are more mature than men. Well, which one are they? Are they immature or are they mature? No, they're mature when it suits you, and they're immature when it suits you, because you're trying to manipulate the conversation to get whatever result it is that you want.
Aren't you an adult? Wait, I'm confused. You are an adult when you turn
an
18.
18-year-old is like freshly out of high school, just graduated, doesn't really have many life experience.
Wait. So hold on. An 18-year-old can sign up for the military.
Yep.
In
Okay, but
some
do
cases,
they-
you can
do
sign
they
up for.
have-
Hold on.
They can't
You
even buy alcohol.
You can buy a firearm. So, okay. You can vote. What else can you do? You can sign binding contracts, but you can't consent to have sex with someone who's perhaps a bit older than you.
I just think it's a little.
So what you guys are saying is, and we will come back to this double standards thing, is that should we raise the voting age of women to 25? Is that what you guys are? You
No
guys
one
are
is
really
saying
misogynistic.
that. No one
You,
is saying
madame, are a misogynist, as are you. How dare you say that women do not have
Speak
agency?
to me nicely, Brian.
How dare you? I am
Speak to me
offended
nicely
as
and
a feminist.
don't wave
As a
your finger
feminist,
in
I
my
am
face.
offended
Don't wave your
that
finger
you
in
would
my face.
even suggest that we should raise the voting age of
Nobody
women to
said
25.
that.
No one is saying
How
that
That's called a straw man argument, by the way, guys. A classic straw man argument.
you're
Dare
putting
you.
words in our mouth and you're pointing your
You
little
guys
finger at me.
are
That's how I
miso-
talk to the kids that I nanny.
Okay, so look, let's bring it back to the double standards thing. Okay, so fine, you're going to argue that, well, height, that's within the realms of physicality, that's different.
Can I say something?
What about women who want men who are funny, but they're not funny
I'm
themselves?
hilarious.
Yeah, you're hilarious in the sense that people laugh at you when you talk because you have no idea what you're saying, but you're not funny. And in fact, I'm sure you guys can tell me in the comments, do you find female comedians funny? Because I just find them crass. I feel that a lot of female comedians, what they do is, rather than develop a sense of being funny, they just say stuff related to bedroom fun, you know, and how garden tools they are, and they think that's funny. Anyway.
Again, that's not a moral standard or a moral value that you would look for in somebody else.
Your promiscuity, your degree of promiscuity is behavioral traits in the same
Yep.
way that being funny or humorous is a
That's right.
behavioral or personality
So then you could
trait.
say that the promiscuity from the man side is also the same.
And the promiscuity.
Yes, it is a behavioral trait, but no, it is not undesirable. In fact, women, they did this psychological study. Guys looked exactly the same, and all that the women knew about the guy was his N count, and they always chose the guy with the higher N count. I wonder why. Because they wanted him to be experienced. Because experience in men is attractive. Ability to get girls means there's a reason why he was able to do it, and the girl wants to know why.
Women are totally within their right to not want to partner with a man who is promiscuous or who has a promiscuous past.
Yeah, and I think it does reflect on values, which play a big part in relationships. If you don't share similar values with the person that you're trying to be with, it just doesn't really work out in the end. So if somebody disagrees with promiscuity, then they disagree with promiscuity.
But the reason
That's
why
fine, but
it's
you
different
can't-
for a couple of reasons. Number one, when you look back at biology and evolutionary psychology, the man's whole goal is to spread his seed as far and wide
Yep.
as possible. You look at a woman, she can literally only carry one baby at a time, right?
That's the concept of sperm is cheap and eggs are expensive, right? It's literally the reason why sexual dimorphism exists, and the reason why men and women exhibit different traits with regards to bedroom fun. It has to do with their gametes.
From one man, at least, right? Unless it's twins, triplets, but from one man for a period of 9 months. It's literally completely different from a biological level. Number one, it's very different. And then number two, when you look at the emotional impact, men are very oftentimes able to separate emotions and sex.
Yep.
Can we not all agree?
women release 10 times as much oxytocin as men. So as a result of this, they pair bond during bedroom fun. Men release 1/10 of it, so it takes about 10 times the amount of bedroom fun for a man to actually bond to a girl. Sometimes even less. So a man can sleep with a girl and not be bonded to her.
Agree that women are a little bit more emotionally invested in their sexual encounters
Absolutely.
than men are. Therefore, a woman who has slept with 100 people is going to affect her mentally, spiritually, emotionally,
It's right.
far more than it ever would a man.
That's also just making assumptions.
I feel like
No, it's not. Biology is not an assumption. Although what it does do is it makes predictions based on facts, which she's not doing. She's making every single argument using her emotions. I don't like what is being said, like the tone in which things are being said. Therefore, I'm going to fight against it. I don't like what is being said. I don't like the facts, so I'm going to fight against them. Even though they're facts, it doesn't matter if you don't like that 1 + 1 is 2. It's still 2.
Well,
that's
you
a
can
whole other
call it a
conversation,
generalization,
too.
but on
I don't like that the Earth orbits around the sun. Infidel! Stop talking! That's the equivalent.
the balance of probability, meaning at least 51% of the time it's true. And when you need to make good decisions about your life, you look at things like the balance of probability, statistics.
You make generalizations, exactly. Alright, we're going to end the video there. Hit the like, hit the sub, hit all for notifications, drop me a donation like Hunter M, Adrian R, Tom M, and Bobby, shout out to you, most recent Patreon subscriber. Go buy my books at bit.ly/heliosbooks. My Patreon can be found at patreon.com/theheliosblog. Support me on the podcast by clicking the support link, scroll down to support the show, and share this video. Thank you so much for listening, especially if you listen to the end. I really do appreciate it. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time.